it is all Colin's fault, and I piece things together, right? So this is what I will say. He was going to those bike races, and even though he was keeping it platonic, even the friend of Colin was saying that nobody knew that he had a girlfriend. So he was basically keeping that other women in the dark about his relationships, and he was constantly breaking up with Caitlyn. I know that. I also feel like Moriah didn't need closure, but the reason why she needed closure is because they did things, and on top of that, she was very introverted, right? And during the interrogation, he said, oh no, they never did anything. I don't believe that. That's the reason why Moriah needed closure. But she should have stopped messing with him as soon as she heard the background about him and Caitlyn. She was wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that Caitlyn had to take her life. On top of that, he knew that Caitlyn was checking his phone. So, like, you know, you were just being very sloppy about what you were doing. And then after they released Caitlyn with a K, not with a C, the one that unalived Moriah, he was like, oh, well, yeah, like you could get a phone at Walmart. And that's when she was planning her escape. So it was like, did you feel really any remorse? Or did you... I feel like he was still trying to protect her, even though he was the reasoning for Moriah getting shot. You know what I mean? And he's been playing both sides. And that's why when he was trying to be sad and distraught in the courtroom, and the fact that he still gets to live his life while Caitlyn with a K, Caitlyn Armstrong, she in jail because she has she doesn't have emotional intelligence. So, but I still blame her and put the blame on her as well. But Moriah is not here either, and she don't get to live her life and succeed in her dreams. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he can save his sob story. Like, I don't give a fuck about his sad, oh, I sit in my garage, because I know he's filled with guilt, but I don't give a fuck about that shit.